Today we're going to be looking at every single Mario Party plush that has ever been released. As well, there's been a total of 3 different Mario Party plush sets since the original, and well, today we're going to be looking at every single one of them. Now, starting off, we have the original Mario Party plush set released back in 1999 from the company Banpresto. And well, the first plush set is the Mario. Now, one thing that you'll notice about this entire Mario plush set is that it actually has a unique thing on every plush. As well, on this plush, the unique thing about it is that Mario is actually holding a star, and while the star is overall really nicely shaped and it's pretty small, it's just glued onto the hand. And well, for the rest of the details on the Mario plush, his face looks pretty good. The plastic eyes could get damaged though, as well, since they're made out of plastic, they could get chipped and damaged. And while it uses an iron-on emblem for the hat, meaning that it could get damaged, and the rest of the hat is pretty nicely shaped and also well stuffed. And while for the rest of the details on the face, like the eyebrows and mustache, are made out of a felt material and they're only glued onto the face, meaning that over time they could fall off. And while for the rest of the body on this plush, Mario is overall very short and he doesn't have any legs. But the reason for this is that Banpresto's earlier plushes had this certain style to them, and well, this sort of fits the Banpresto style. So even though it's technically not accurate to the game, it still fits Banpresto's style well, and overall I like how the plush looks. So yeah, even though it's not fully accurate to the game, it's still a pretty nice looking plush, and you can find this plush on websites like eBay and Mercari for a little over $100. Now next we have the Yoshi. Now for Yoshi's face is overall pretty nicely made, all the details on the face are pretty nicely stuffed, and it overall looks pretty good. And well, the unique thing about this plush is that Yoshi is holding a coin, and well, the coin detail are just printed onto the plush, and well, but overall looks pretty good. And well, the only thing that I don't really like about this plush is that for whatever reason, the feet are just really weird as though he's sitting down. Which I normally do like Yoshi plushes that are sitting down, but this one doesn't have any legs, which makes him look really weird. As usually Yoshi plushes have legs on them when they're sitting down, so this one just makes it look really strange, and I overall don't really like how it looks. But besides that, the rest of the Yoshi plush is pretty nicely stuffed, the shell and everything looks pretty good, and overall this is a pretty nice looking plush besides the legs. And well, once again, you can find this plush on websites like eBay for once again around $100. Now next we have the Wario. Now, this is actually one of the earliest Wario plushes that were ever released, and well, but overall looks pretty good. The majority of the details on this plush are on the face, and well, the face looks really nice, though a lot of details could get damaged. As well, if you look for this plush on eBay, you'll notice that a good amount of them are actually missing the mustache. As well, for whatever reason, it seemed that this plush had a really bad mustache as well, but it just fell off really easily. So yeah, for whatever reason, you see a lot of these plushes completely missing the mustache, and while some of the details like the eyes could also get pretty easily damaged. And while for the rest of the details on the face, like the shape and everything, looks pretty good, it's nicely stuffed, and same thing with the hat. And well, the unique thing about this plush is that he's actually holding a bag of money that overall looks pretty good, and I like how it's stuffed as well, it gives it a better look. As well, the way it's stuffed, it actually looks like it's some stuff inside of it as well, but it's kind of understuffed purposely just to give it a bit more detail. And while his body actually looks proportionally correct as well, even though he doesn't really have any legs, Wario himself barely has any legs in the game, so it sort of makes sense for this one. So yeah, overall, if you want this plush, you can look on eBay and Mercari, but this plush is really hard to find in good condition. In good condition, he can sell for upwards of $200. Now next we have the Bowser plush, and once again, all the details on the face look really accurate. As of all the details on the face are nicely stuffed, the eyes are made out of plastic, meaning that they could get damaged, and while everything on the face overall looks pretty good. The flag on this plush is made out of a felt material, meaning that it could get bent and damaged pretty easily, and while the flag has a star on it, as well, once again, it's from the game. And while the cuffs around the arms look okay, they could get damaged sometimes, and also they can move around the arm a little bit, which makes them look sort of weird. And well, for the rest of the details on the plush, it looks pretty good, and overall, for a pretty early on Bowser plush, it actually looks pretty good. Now next we're going to be moving on to the second set of Banpresto Mario Party plushes, as well they actually made another one only a year later. As of a while ago, Banpresto actually used to make deluxe sets for a few sets, and well, for this one they made a Mario Party Deluxe set. And well, for the first plush in the set, we have the Mario. Now, similar to the original Mario Party plush, this one's holding a star, but instead he's holding the star with 2 hands. And well, one thing to note about all these deluxe plushes is that they're all just a lot bigger than the originals as well. That's what Banpresto used to do with them. And well, for the plush's face, it overall looks pretty good. The eyes are once again made out of a plastic material, and all the details on the face could also get damaged, just like the original. And well, for the actual body on this plush is nicely stuffed and everything, and the shoes are actually made out of this fake leatherish material. So yeah, overall, this is a pretty strange looking Mario plush as well. For whatever reason, he just has these really weird looking shoes and everything, and overall, I think that the original is just better than this one. And well, if you want this plush, you can look on websites like eBay and Mercari, and well, this one sells for around $100. Now, next we have the Yoshi, and well, just like the Mario plush, this one's holding the coin like the original. And well, one thing that you'll very quickly notice about this plush is that it's actually made out of a fuzzy material instead of just a normal plush material, and the boots are made out of the exact same material as Mario's boots. So yeah, for the face on this plush, it looks alright. For some reason, the eyes look a little weird, and not everything on the face is as well defined as the original. And while this Yoshi plush is standing up, and while unlike the other one, he actually has legs, which is an improvement, but overall, I just feel like this Yoshi plush looks weird. As though I don't really know how to describe it, something on him just looks sorta off. It could be the face, or just the fuzzy material that's used on him, but for whatever reason, he looks a little weird. And while this is actually a relatively unknown Yoshi plush, though I don't really see anyone talking about it. And well, there's also barely any listings of it out there, and well, currently on eBay, you can find a listing for around $90, and well, that's really the only listing I could find, as it was actually a pretty unknown plush. So yeah, if you want to, you could look on eBay and Mercari, but it will be harder to find than the others. And well, for the last plush in this deluxe set, we have the Donkey Kong. Now, this plush actually isn't in the original set, and well, was overall pretty unique, as well, he's holding the flags from the game Shy Guy Says. Which is actually pretty cool that they reference one of the mini games on this plush, and overall, this is a pretty nice looking Donkey Kong plush. As well, the face is overall just really nicely stuffed and everything, and the only thing that I don't really like about the face is that the mouth is open. As well, I think it would have looked better if his mouth was closed, but besides that, the tie and everything looks really good, and all the details on this plush are just really nicely defined, and the fur is really nicely cut out around the hands, which makes it have a good transition to the normal color of Donkey Kong. So yeah, overall, this is a pretty nice looking plush. I'm glad that they referenced one of the mini games on this plush as well, but overall looks pretty good. It's the most expensive out of the entire set. Now, moving on to by far the most well-known Mario Party plush out there, being the Mario Party 5 plush set. And well, this is overall one of, if not the most well-known Mario plush set out there, as well, but it's just extremely well-known, as well, but it's just a really popular plush set from the day it released. And well, first we're going to be starting off with the original Mario plush. And well, this plush's face is overall just really nicely made, as well, it has some really nice embroidery on it, and the hat on this one can actually come off, as well, it's only really stitched on by a few stitches. So a lot of the times when you buy this plush, the hat will be able to come off, as well, it's just really loosely stitched on. And well, for the rest of the details on this plush, they're really nicely made. The overalls look pretty good. For whatever reason on this plush, you could take the overalls off. And well, this Mario plush is actually pretty unique, as it was one of two plushes in the entire set that has a medium size and a big size. And well, the medium size is around the exact same rarity as the normal size, but the extra large size is extremely rare. And well, when the extra large size goes for sale, it sells for over $1,000, so yeah, it's overall just a really rare and really big plush. And well, if you want any of the plushes in the entire set, just look on eBay and Mercari, as well, that's just your best bet for the entire Mario Party 5 plush set. Now, next up we have Luigi. Now, once again, his hat could pretty easily come off, as it was only stitched on by a few stitchings, and once again, the embroidery on the face is great. And while the mustache on this plush is overall pretty nicely stuffed most of the time, and is overall pretty nicely shaped on the majority of the Luigi plushes. And well, just like Mario, for whatever reason, his overalls could come off if you take them off for whatever reason. Well, this is the most expensive plush in the entire set. Now, next we have the Yoshi, and well, just like the Mario, this plush has 3 sizes of it. Being the normal size, the medium size, and the large size. And well, just like the Mario plush, the large size is extremely rare, but the Yoshi one is even rarer. As well, this one sells for even more than the Mario plushes, though I've only ever seen it for sale twice, and well, it's just extremely rare. And well, for the actual design of the Yoshi plushes, it's definitely one of the best Yoshi plushes out there in my opinion, as well, it just has a really classic design that looks good. As well, it's overall just really nicely stuffed and everything, and the shape of Yoshi is just really good, and well, overall, this is just a really nice looking Yoshi plush. And well, just like all the other Sine plushes out there, the embroidery is overall really good, and this is definitely one of my favorite Yoshi plushes out there, as it was just really good. And while this is one of, if not the cheapest Mario Party 5 plush out there, as well, the medium size only sells for around $60. As well, sometimes you'll see this plush for sale around $50 to $70, which is just really cheap for a Mario Party 5 plush. Now next up we have the Toad, and well, this is overall a pretty simplistic plush, as well most Toad plushes don't really have that much detail on them. As well, the head is overall pretty nicely stuffed, the embroidery and everything looks pretty good, and for whatever reason, Toad has a pink mouth. Which I don't really know why they did that, but it still overall looks pretty good, and the coat on this plush looks pretty nice. As it was made out of a felt material, it has some iron-on material on it, so it overall looks pretty good, and it's nicely stitched onto the plush. And while overall, this plush is just really nicely stuffed and everything, and even though it's one of the most simplistic Mario Party 5 plushes, it still looks pretty good. Now next up we have the Peach, and well, this definitely has to be one of the strangest looking Peach plushes out there. As well, for whatever reason, this plush just looks really strange with how the eyes and mouth are. And well, the reason for that is that Peach is completely missing the nose on this plush, which I have no idea why they did that, but overall looks pretty strange. But besides that one detail, the rest of the plush looks alright. The dress is just really weird though, as it was just really fully stuffed, so it looks sorta strange. And by far the best part on this plush is definitely the hair, as well there's just a lot of detail on it, and well the earrings are made out of a felt material, and same thing with some of the strands of hair. So the hair is overall definitely the most detailed part of the plush, and the crown is nicely stitched onto the head, meaning that it most likely can't fall off. So yeah, honestly, if they fix the face on this plush would just overall be a lot better. Now next up we have the Wario, and well the face on this plush overall looks pretty good. As well, the eyes are just really nicely embroidered on, and the mustache is overall pretty nicely shaped, and it's only glued onto the face, meaning that it could get damaged, especially because it's made out of felt. And while the only really thing that's sort of strange about the face is that for whatever reason, the front of the face is just really far out compared to the back of it. As you can tell by looking at this plush, the eyes sort of look weird as though they're just sort of facing up, as though the front of the face is just really well stuffed. Which sort of ends up giving it a weird look, and well, just like the Mario and Luigi plush, the hat on this plush should pretty easily come off. And well, for the rest of the plush is overall pretty good. The only thing that I don't really like about it though is that the legs just basically have no stuffing in them. As though the legs on these plushes were just never really well stuffed, and over time they become even less stuffed, so yeah, overall they look really strange. So yeah, overall I would definitely recommend getting more modern Wario plushes, although this one just looks pretty weird. Now next up we have the Donkey Kong plush, and well there's really not a lot to say about it, as though Sine has basically just used this exact same design. As of ever since this plush, Sine never really changed their Donkey Kong plush designs, though they basically just perfected it on this one. As well, the only difference between this one and the newer All-Star one is that the All-Star one has slightly better quality embroidery, and it's also just slightly lighter with the fur. But besides that, that plush and this plush is basically just the exact same, as well this one just has slightly darker fur and the embroidery isn't as good. So yeah, overall they basically just use this exact same design since this plush, and well I see why, as well this is just a really nice looking plush. So yeah, overall, this is just a pretty nice design for a Donkey Kong plush, and is overall pretty good. Now, next up we have the Bowser plush. And well, this is definitely one of the most popular Bowser plushes out there, as it was just really well known, as it was just a really nice looking plush. As all the details on this one are just really nicely made. The eyebrows and hair are made out of a felt material, and same thing with the teeth. There's a little bit of embroidery on the eyes, and while the rest of the face is really nicely stuffed and everything, and it overall looks pretty good. All the details on the shell are pretty good. The spikes could get understuffed, but besides that, the rest of the plush looks fine. And the only other bad thing about this plush is that sometimes the cuffs on the arms could get unstitched from the arms, meaning that they could move around and look sorta weird. But besides that, I think that the rest of the plush is basically perfect, and well, this is definitely one of the most well-known and one of the best Bowser plushes out there. As well, I just really like the design and everything, and I think that Sine did a great job with this one. And well, it's also one of the most heavily bootleg Mario plushes out there as well. If you look up this plush, you'll basically only find bootlegs. So it's actually pretty hard to find the original, but if you actually find real pictures and not stock images, you should be able to get the real ones sorta easily. But yeah, those were all the Mario Party plushes since the original game. Comment down below which of these Mario Party plushes is your favorite, and yeah, have a great day.